Hello, this is Bridget Rao with Divine Essentials. Alright, guys, so I've got the Tattoo Tarot, I believe, something like that. And I was just asking some questions about the energies that we are currently in and was like, what's going on? And I got the Two of Cups, so if there's a particular person that you're thinking of for this reading, then they could be a soulmate, they could be a partner, it could be somebody that you're meant to work together with in some way. It could be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be like building a business, it could be just a friendship, it could be like family member, it could be anything. But with the Two of Cups, I feel like it's somebody that if you were to make an agreement with them, it could lead you to your Ten of Cups, okay? It's like, oh, we're going to work together on this idea and it's going to explode, it's going to be amazing, it's going to bring us to our happily ever after, whether that's together with somebody romantic or that's like this partnership, this working together with somebody particular helps you to lead you into a place like where this is attainable. Because if you're feeling sad and bad and like stuck and blocked and all of that crap, then this can't really manifest. It's like we block our blessings by being focused on the wrong people or focused on the wrong work environment or focused on the wrong connections. Like it could be, again, family, friends, whatever. It's like if you're surrounding yourself with people who aren't on the same trajectory, or they don't have the same goals or the same vision or the same tenacity, or they're not going to do as much as you're going to do, then it causes imbalances and it causes people to get weird. And you could even just be partnering up with yourself too, like just partnering up with yourself to become independent and strong and capable of what you need to do in order to be successful, to start seeing things from a new perspective, which the Hangman is also about, seeing things in a different way. It's like you've got to hang yourself upside down and look at this in a new way so that things can shift and change, because whatever's been happening that's not manifested this is most likely based out of here. Not seeing eye to eye, not allowing yourself to see the truth, not like, and I'm looking right here, we got the World and the King of Swords, and they're like, it looks like they're kind of like staring across at each other, like with some bullshit, like he could be mad at her, she could be mad at him, but it could be because that things need to flip. Like they could be taking things personally, or you could be taking things personally that have nothing to do with each other. Sometimes we do that, especially when we don't communicate or when we don't know for sure, like other stuff. Like maybe this is the person you're meant to work together with, but if you guys are arguing or looking at each other as I've got to protect myself from this person, or they are just going to hurt me, or they did hurt me, or they're hurting me, or whatever it is, but you're at the same time are still like, even maybe it's like somebody that you live with or somebody that you are working together with, like through, because work is like, oh, this is your partner on this thing you got to do. And again, it's like sometimes we get stuck into these positions with people that we feel like we don't have any way out, or it's like out of our control. But even in that sense, if you are stuck, perceived, which would be a perception of like, I'm stuck here, oh, but I work there. Well, you could quit, man. You could quit, or you could flip the hell out and be like, I won't work with this person. We can make things happen, but we stay victims when we believe ourselves to be one. So it's like, it's not your fault. It's not their fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's the way people are looking at things usually that cause these big, enormous things. And some people like that. Some people like to have problems. Some people like for things to be shitty. And it's not even that they like it per se. They're not having a good time, but they may be addicted to that type of essence of like being negative, or just being like, hitting rock bottom and bouncing up and hitting bottom and bouncing up. It's like that's a roller coaster of shit that like nobody really enjoys. But if you've grown up in a circumstance, or you've been around a circumstance where the sum of the people we surround ourselves with, where the sum of our thoughts, where the sum of our feelings, where the sum of our actions, so sometimes we get stuck in these places and we're negative and we're focused on the wrong things, and we start taking it out on the wrong people, or we start blaming other people for things that are going on in our reality, when it's like, dude, you can shift this at any time. You got to open up and trust and like heal this too. Like if somebody hurts you, or something isn't working with a partnership and you're not getting here, then you would have to put an end to that and choose to like see that truth and realize like this just isn't working. This person's not showing up, or this person isn't talking to me, or this person, when we do talk, we fight, or when bop a boop a bop, they don't understand me, I don't understand them, whatever it is. It's like sometimes, and again, you don't have to cut people out of your life or be like, fuck you, but you can look at things in a new way and recognize when things don't work and try to work them in a new way where you don't block yourself or you don't get all greedy and guarded and like, oh no, everything's bad, everything's falling apart. Because then if you think that and you feel that, you will create that and it will just stay like that. But if you can shift and put an end to like any animosity or any feelings of inadequacy or feeling attacked by somebody, most of the time it's us attacking ourselves because we've either like allowed someone that does bad things to stay in our reality, and it's like, oh well, they wouldn't let me leave. Well, that can be true, but we still can manifest ourselves out of those circumstances. But sitting around saying like they won't let me, I can't, will not produce those effects. So you've got to some point be like, all right, well, you know what, this motherfucker is going to make it difficult, but I am stronger than anybody in the creation of my existence and my reality. Maybe you're somebody that's in love with somebody that at the end of the day they don't have, it's like unreciprocated. It's not, they're not giving you anything other than broken heart. Maybe there's something that's karmic within a thing that's just like a lesson that you're supposed to learn and move on from so that you can have these things manifest. But that could be hard, and that doesn't always mean that either. Sometimes there's karmic blocks that take a long time to heal from because people aren't seeing eye to eye, or people aren't shifting their perspective. They're not opening up to work together with somebody that may be like a good opportunity for them to do that with. And that could be self-sabotage out of the like, I'm not worthy of this, I don't need anybody's help, I'm better off just like being over here by myself, all guarded and greedy and blocked. Which, if you attract that into your life, then that would be something you're emanating out to unknowingly. You may not be to the same degree, it may not be in the same ways, but there'll probably be some sort of mirror in all of the people that we meet. So be mindful of that. If you don't like what people are showing you, just know that there's something in there, usually, that is like, okay, like I'm obviously either doing this myself, or I'm noticing it now because I'm no longer doing this myself, and it doesn't resonate. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to do that anymore. So I can try to help other people and communicate clearly with them, start a new emotional connection with people, open myself up, heal from the past, heal the hurts, be like passionate about what I'm doing, get emotionally balanced in what I'm doing, and know that when I put the time and the effort and the energy and the dedication into things, and I don't rush through things, and I don't make everybody else to be the problem, because it's like, if everybody else is the problem, usually that's not the problem. It's usually the one in the middle that's like, oh, this is everybody else's fault. It's usually our own fault in one way or another, and it's layered and it's deep. And so don't take offense to that. Just know that like at the end of the day, you are the main creator of your life, and at the end of the day, you determine how long people stay around, how they treat you, why they would even feel like they could treat you in certain ways, how long you hold on to things that maybe are unrequited or not healthy, or just need to shift the way that we're looking at it, or communicating with, or saying stuff to, or hearing from. Because a lot of times we hear with our filter that's ready to be on defense, that's ready to be like the bad guy. Or if we feel like negative about ourselves, or we feel guilty about something, and we hear somebody say something, or we look at something they say or did, it's like we can take that as a personal attack. Like everything they do is now a personal attack against us, when it may not be. Even things that are not meant to be an attack at all, we can still manipulate and see things in a way that is not really true or real. And that right now, with the retrograde that we have going on, is an opportunity to just look at the logical, like, all right, well, like every time this happens, this is where I end up. And for some reason, somebody may have said something or done something that made me feel like possibly this isn't going to happen, but if it continues to happen over and over and over, then maybe I need to trust and realize, like, there's a reason for that. Maybe they're not telling me the fullness of the truth. Maybe they're just appeasing me in my presence, but then their behaviors show me something else, because it's not the truth that they're living within. or maybe there's something about my truth that is resistant to the truth, where this isn't the outcome, because maybe they do care about me, maybe they do see me in a great way, maybe they do want to be at the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups with me, but I could be feeling like I'm unworthy of that. I always end up getting my heart broke. I always end up being, abandoned or left for the dead, whatever. And if I think that way, and I feel that way, and I go out to the world, create that way, it doesn't matter how much people love you or like you or try to be there with you. They could try to romance you. They could try to, make the offers to you. If you're living in a perspective of things always go bad, they don't really like me as much as I like them, this is never going to work out, we can't celebrate, we can't have a good time, they only care about the passion, they don't care about the romance, whatever it is that you're thinking or telling yourself is what you're gonna create. Even if they don't do anything that is on that level, we can see it when it's like emblazoned into our heart and our mind, and it's like, oh, boop, we've engraved that, we've accepted that. That's the only way it's ever going to go. It's like how it went for my parents, and how it went for their parents, and how it went for my sister and my brother and my this and my that. Ancestral stuff could be very prominent within these types of things, and it requires a lot of strength to recognize these wounds, to recognize this self-fulfilling prophecy that we all create. It takes a lot of strength to just even sometimes realize that there are people out there who will lie to us and say one thing and do another. And the best way to base things off is people's actions. Are they showing up? Do they seem to care? Are they like, loving you when they are there? Or is it like, and just be honest with yourself. And is it anything that you're doing to put a block on that so that they can't do that? Because sometimes that happens. And again, this could be vice versa. Sometimes it could be also a mirror, because all of our relationships are. So we could be like, oh, well, they just won't let me love them. It's like I've always tried, and they always end up, doing this, that, or the other thing. But it could be that they're mirroring something to us back that we're always doing, that we're always thinking, that we're always feeling, that we're always manifesting. And everybody's going to have their own side to things. But I feel like right now the strength is required for people to heal the way that they're looking at things. I feel like somebody may have an offer. Somebody may want to give something to end a chapter where this and this have been like the problem, so that this and this can manifest. But they may be afraid to. Maybe they're afraid to hurt you, or maybe they're afraid that they're just going to screw it up, or they're gonna end up closing back up if they do open up, and they don't know, so they don't want to like come on in and screw with you and then repeat a cycle that they could be well aware of at this point is causing not so good times for you. And again, this could be vice versa. This could be you feeling that way. But with the Ace of Pentacles, which I feel like was already here once, maybe not. Oh, we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. So yeah, I feel like there is a valuable new start that is available, but it's going to be the tearing down and the ripping apart of the old reality that once existed. And it may not be like, let's get married, but it may just be like something that you weren't expecting, or it may come at an unexpected moment. I feel like you have the potential to either, really screw it up and sabotage it, or make it be the evolution from the Knight to the King, even into that Emperor energy where somebody shows up, they take action, they're solid, they're ready, and it's because you're solid and ready for your Four of Wands to come together with somebody, to have that star energy, to have your wishes come true, to be the star of the show, to make that partnership a reality that now manifests your Ten of Cups, your Ten of Pentacles, which is ultimate fulfillment. You're abundant, you're loved, you're happy. Nine of motherfucking Cups is like, oh my God, I'm so happy. And look at that, Queen of Wands goes with the King of Wands. This is like somebody you're passionate about. This is somebody who you intuitively know you're meant to work with. You're meant to be together with them in some way. But you may need to heal a lot of the shit that was up inside of the heart and the head and in the dynamics, so that you could drop the burdens, and you might have needed to go within for a little while, harm it away, so that you could make the right judgment call on those karmic patterns, see them for what they were, and let them go, so that you don't keep getting your heart broke, and justice can manifest, and you can overcome the conflict, the competition, and the chaos in this world, so that there's no more painful endings and there's just good times to come. Trust your intuition, use the full moon, manifest your dreams coming true, and let go of what no longer serves you. In Renee, namaste.